Patriots, you may think that I would be celebrating the suicide of Jeffrey Epstein, the most powerful pedophile, one of the most powerful pedophiles of the 21st century. But I'm not. Not because I feel bad for him. He's in hell right now. I can assure you he is in hell. But the fact is that, and this is just too obvious. It's too similar. How is it that Epstein, just days after many high-profile names were potentially going to be revealed as people who were given sexual favors courtesy of underage women against their will because of Jeffrey Epstein, and then after that he's now found dead. And you know what's even worse about that, Patriots? Days after the fool tried to kill himself the first time, we're now hearing that he was taken off of suicide watch. He was taken off of suicide watch. He was not on suicide watch when he died, even though he tried to kill himself in jail just a few days before. And this has just come out, NBC News. Let's read the article here, okay? So they're saying prison experts are stunned and angry that Jeffrey Epstein was taken off suicide watch. For them, quote, to pull him off of suicide watch is shocking, unquote, one former federal prison warden told NBC. Even before his suspected suicide trial last month, Jeffrey Epstein was perhaps the most high-profile inmate in the federal jail system, a politically connected financier accused of sexually abusing dozens of underage girls. He was, by all accounts, the kind of inmate that should have been under the closest possible supervision. Instead, Epstein was taken off suicide watch in the days before he took his own life, officials tell NBC News, a decision that baffled former wardens and veterans of the prison system. I want to know who's responsible for taking him off suicide watch. I want to know. Now again, patriots, comrades, I don't care about Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, I want him to spill the beans of all the people who have had any bad, incorrect relations with underage girls, and then he can go kill himself. I'll even give him the rope to go kill himself. He's a dog, he's a piece of trash, and I would give the rope to all the other people who harm children as well. If you harm children, you know what? I don't think you should kill yourself when you harm children. No. That's the easy way out. Unless you plan on jumping in a river full of hungry piranhas or jellyfish, or you want to get crucified upside down, you shouldn't just kill yourself the easy way. You should be tortured before you can die. Hurting children is the worst possible thing anyone can do. I feel strongly about it. And I swear to God, anybody who comes at me saying I'm too harsh, you watch me and you. But let's get on with this. For them to pull him off, okay, we heard that quote. Cameron Lindsay, a former warden who worked at 3 federal facilities, had told NBC News that it's shocking that he was off of suicide watch. For someone this high profile with these allegations and this many victims who has had a suicide attempt in the last few weeks, you can take absolutely no chances. You leave him on suicide watch until he is out of there, out of that jail. Seriously. I mean, people get put on suicide watch in jail for far less. If you are like an emotional wreck, when you enter jail, they put you on suicide watch. Even if you are a pedophile, they put you in protective custody so that the other inmates don't get you, which I think is a very big mistake. You know, unless you have some evidence that will get other predators You shouldn't be on any protective custody. You should be put right there with the prisoners. And the prisoners should be told everything that you did with those children. Because if there's one thing that I know, prisoners, whether they are murderers, whether they are terrorists, whether they are thieves, whatever, Osama bin Laden himself would kill you if you are a pedophile. Manson, all the worst criminal on Rikers Island would tear you to pieces if you're a pedophile. That is one crime too far for almost any sane person on the planet. But here's the thing. Epstein to be taken off of suicide watch is not a coincidence. Especially after now we are learning, and this is Daily Beast and many people, Jeffrey Epstein accuser names powerful men in alleged sex ring. And this came out 23 hours before this suicide. A young woman who says financier Jeffrey Epstein and socialite Ghislaine Maxwell kept her as a sex slave also accused a host of high-powered men of being involved in Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking ring, according to court records unsealed yesterday. Virginia Jeffrey, who says that Epstein and Maxwell trafficked her to powerful people for erotic massages and sex, claimed in depositions in 2016 that Maxwell directed her to have sex with former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, Britain's Prince Andrew, who she's accused before, wealthy financier Glenn Dubin, former Senator George Mitchell, now deceased MIT scientist Marvin Minsky, and modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel. I want to ask you guys something, and I want you to be honest with me. How is it that this woman, whoever this is, would name all these people dead and alive if she was lying about it? What would she have to gain for accusing a dead man who nobody has ever heard of? Who's ever heard of Marvin Minsky before? Has anyone heard that? I've never heard of him before. Maybe you have. I haven't, and I'm pretty well versed in people, but I've never heard this name. This woman just decides she's going to accuse this scientist who's now dead. What does she have to gain from this? What does she have to gain? And she just pulls that name out of a hat somewhere? She just happens to pull that name out of a hat. Okay, if you want to get dead people, maybe you want to go after their estate. Okay, accuse Michael Jackson. You want to accuse Albert Einstein. You want to accuse Ted Kennedy. You want to accuse any of the Kennedy brothers for that matter. You want to accuse Ronald Reagan. Okay, those are people. Okay, if you want to go after their estate. But you just come up with this name? No, something happened. I am convinced about it. Patriots, don't tell me anything else. You royalists out there in England, don't come up here defending Prince Andrew or any of this because he's royalty. First of all, I don't give a rat's behind about any of them. They should all be hanged for all I care. They should all jump in the nearest hell. But the thing about it is that something has happened, I'm telling you. And for him to be taken off of suicide watch is totally against protocol. It is. Jails just don't do that. You can ask anybody who's been to jail. If they think you're going to kill yourself or if you're anymore, they're going to keep you there for as long as they have to. They'll even wake you up in the middle of the night sometimes to see if you're responsive. And this guy just gets off of it after he already tried to kill himself, which I don't think he did. I think someone tried to kill him. So the jail is being told by whoever to look the other way so they could go after him. And then the guards see him unresponsive and dead because they know that a bunch of people are now coming out of the woodwork and he's going to spill the beans because he's not going to go down without bringing the whole ship with him. And this is what they end up doing. Dead men tell no tales, as Paul Joseph Watson has just said. And I couldn't agree with him anymore. It's just the burden is gone now. They got him. They got him. I think they tried once and they failed. I don't know what ended up happening. And now they got him again. That's what I think is happening. I'm telling you, Patriots, a lot of things don't make sense here. The prison system in America is one of the toughest in the world. If you try to kill yourself in an American jail, you are not going to have any peace. You're going to have a room where the light is on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Someone is going to watch you pee, poo, shower, jerk off, everything. They're going to watch everything you do. You'll be woken up in the middle of the night to see if you're responsive. You're not going to have any rope to kill yourself. What rope? Where did the rope come from? How did he bring a rope into a prison? I mean, how did he have... Was it a blanket? What is this? They take all of that stuff from you in jail. They take that all from you, especially if you're trying to kill yourself. Maybe he took the blanket or something, but even the blankets they'll take from you. But the biggest thing here is that he should have been watched. And one more time, I don't care about him killing himself. He should kill himself after he tells the world who else is involved in this foolishness. Now, nobody knows. Hopefully, they'll find some other way, but the criminal case is pretty much over. Now it's on to the civil case where people will get money and this, that, and the third. But I don't think anyone is going to get punished. Now, I knew this was going to happen. Everybody knew this was going to happen. You all knew this was going to happen. People were telling me on comment section, he's going to be suicided. Some people have even said Arkancided. Because Bill Clinton, he's one of the main people the media is talking about. And Arkancide basically means the Clinton method of dealing with people who are a threat to their name. Murder. This is the Arana Nation.